Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, based on the story that is being shared everywhere, is that NYORO is now a man under siege. But why is NYORO a man under siege? You know, the political arithmetic of NYORO has been confusing to ICHUNGWA and his team. In fact, the latest person who appears to be a bit again confused about NYORO's mathematics is Junet Mohammed. So that is why Junet Mohammed, NYORO, and Junet Mohammed, ICHUNGWA, and a host of other politicians decided to hit at NYORO. They were saying that NYORO has been allocating himself huge budgets so that he can address the issues of Kiharu constituencies. They even went to an extent of trying to compare NYORO and other members of parliament, asking which member of parliament can put tiles on schools. Because NYORO put tiles on schools. He put cabros. The big concern here is that NYORO has been taking advantage of his position to benefit the people in Kiharu. Well, whether that is true or not true, we are told by Senator NYUTU, the Muranga senator, that the minority leader, Junet Mohammed, and the majority leader, ICHUNGWA, are simply trying to play politics with NYORO's name. They are
politics, Senator.
Thank you, Fred, and good morning to you and all the viewers. What the majority leader and the minority leader are doing, they were playing politics. And Fred, the scheme is very clear. There's a purge against any leader, any emerging leader in the Mount Kenya region.
They are using NYORO as a reason to play politics. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you to some couple of reactions, something that Junet said and ICHUNGWA also said. Then you get to weigh all these remarks, and of course comparing with the remark of Senator NYUTU. Whether you think these people are playing politics on NYORO. Why are they realizing that now this is a time now kumbe NYORO amekuwa allocate more money? Why did they say these things previously? So let's weigh in this reaction and see whether they make sense, whether there's true, there is truth in them, ama ni ulagai tu wa hawa bunge. So before we get further on this, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It is so important because that is how YouTube shares our content to many other people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So now, without wasting a lot of time, I want you to pay attention to this statement from Junet Mohammed. This is what Junet Mohammed said about NYORO.
Speaker, I don't have much to add to what the majority leader said, but suffice to say, Mr. Speaker, that the matter that has been raised by Honorable Milema Mr. Speaker, you remember this House never used to have the powers to look into the budget of the country. The new Constitution gave us those powers, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, what has been happening the last 2 years in the Budget and Appropriation Committee of this House, Mr. Speaker, borders criminality. If we lay bare, Mr. Speaker, those things, as has been discussed in the retreat we had of the leadership in Naivasha and also in the House Business Committee, Mr. Speaker, those issues, those atrocities, Mr. Speaker, cannot be shied away from talking about, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, how on earth can one county have budget allocation of 12 billion shillings, and our whole region has 60 million shillings, Mr. Speaker? What kind of country are we living in? Mr. Speaker, the Budget and Appropriation Committee went around the country to do public participation, and they ended up agreeing that they are going to use 2 billion shillings to allocate to those counties that they have visited, Mr. Speaker. That amount ended up ballooning to 12 billion shillings, Mr. Speaker. And the beneficiary of that 12 billion shillings is not those counties that public participation was done on, Mr. Speaker. It's other counties and other constituencies, Mr. Speaker. The Budget and Appropriation Committee of this House has reached to the level where the chair of that committee, Mr. Speaker, now, members of parliament are going to his constituency for benchmarking, Mr. Speaker. Benchmarking. And all of us are supposed to receive the same amount of NDINDI, CDA, Mr. Speaker. What is making our members to go and benchmark in a colleague's constituency, Mr. Speaker? Because the colleague is receiving more funding because of him being the chairman of the budget committee. Let's be honest to Kenyans. Let's tell Kenyans the truth, that he was sitting in an advantageous position of chairing that powerful committee of the House, which you could do skewed allocation of resources to his constituents, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, which member of parliament here can afford through his NGCDF to build classrooms, plaster them, put windows, put roof, put tiles in the classroom, cabros in the... Mr. Speaker, which member of parliament can afford to do that here with a mere resources of 100 million shillings, Mr. Speaker, and advertise on Citizen Primetime News? Which member can do it? Can you raise up your hand if you can do that?
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. From the statements or from the words of Junet Mohammed, it's as if NYORO has been using more money allocated to his constituency. They have been taking advantage of the positions they hold in that budget and allocation budget committee, and because he's the chair, that he normally allocates more money for developments within his constituency. Now, this is what ICHUNGWA said, reacting to the same.
To be on record, it will not be business as usual. This House will not sit back and allow members who sit in the Budget and Appropriations Committee to use the position they hold in that committee to appropriate money to only their constituencies at the expense of other Kenyans. Because all these 349 members come here to represent people. They come here to seek and lobby for resources to go back to their people. That is why the people of Vihiga are crying today. It is sad that you would find in a county that was to benefit from public participation, a national polytechnic in a county that was slated to benefit for public participation, getting a meager 10 million shillings.
Now, from the two reactions, ladies and gentlemen, just go below on your comment section and tell me whether you think what Senator NYUTU said about these two leaders, the minority and the majority leader, whether they are playing politics with NDINDI. Just go below on the comment section and offer your comment. We all know that there is a lot of realignment in the parliament. You know, chairs, watu wengine wanapokonywa ukiti, wengine wanabadilishwa kwa chairs kwa committee zingine, wengine wanageuzwa huku, wengine wanapelekwa kule, wengine wanakuwa demoted, wengine wanatolewa kabisa kwa hizo committee. That is what is happening because now there is a purge in parliament. The leaders who are allied to Rigathi, all of them are being kicked out from the committees. Some of them are being transferred to other committees. But we don't know why they are targeting NDINDI, because NDINDI has not supported, has not denied. It's just playing neutral. What they want is NDINDI to channel the politics of William Ruto in Mount Kenya. I think that NDINDI has decided to not to comment about. So just go below in the comment section and you can tell us what you think about the statement. Perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.